Once you have your images downloaded, now we can actually start placing them on there. So this is one of the more complicated or areas where things can kind of get messed up a little bit. So if something just disappears or does something weird, undo. And then if it still doesn't work, call me over and I'll help you out with it. But let me show you the proper sequence. So now I've only saved a couple photos. So I've got a happy, a food, a bucket list, and a value. So I'm not going to do all of these because once you see me do a couple, you'll totally get it. All right, so to begin with, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with something on my bucket list. So I'm going to choose the black arrow. Just be careful because you may still be on the text arrow and it won't work. I mean, the text tool, because you changed this. So change it back to the black arrow. So just get in the habit of always checking to see if the black arrow is selected. Now, select the frame that you want to put it in, not the little box that's there. I have that locked, but this one right here. Then I'm going to go to File, and I'm not going to go to Open. Open will only open up InDesign documents. It won't open up images. So I'm going to go to Place, and I'm going to navigate to my desktop, and I'm going to navigate to my design folder, my About Me, and I'm going to choose my bucket. I'm going to do Open. And notice it's blurry. Don't worry about that. Notice it's also not the entire image. On my bucket list here, let me pop one open. This is what the image looks like. It's only showing that tiny amount. I'm going to show you how to fix that in just a second. So now that that's there, I have to be careful. This is a thing that happens every time people that just start using InDesign, it happens. You still have this one selected. So if I happen to go to File, and that bell is so annoying, and go to Place, and I choose Food, and I click Open, it erased my bucket list one. So I'm going to go back, and I'm just going to undo, replace. And you'll notice now it's just floating in here. I'm just going to hit Escape. Don't worry about remembering all these steps. There's tons of steps on all of these things that we work with. If something messes up, I'll help you. All right, so what I need to do is if I just click outside of the frame, it disappears. So now I can choose Food, and I'm going to go to File, Place, and I'm going to choose this carnitas sandwich. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is in right on the edge of like Hillcrest and Normal or North Park. Carnitas Shack. Oh, that's so good. Okay, and then I'm going to click away from everything. I'm going to go to File and Place. I'm going to choose thing that makes me happy. That's my heart. I'm going to click that one there. Click away. File, Place. And I'm just going to continue that for all of my items. I'm going to click Value. I value kindness. All right, so now you'll notice when I move my mouse over this, there's this little donut. This is known as the content gripper. When you click on that, notice it changed. Sometimes it'll still be within the frame, but this is the actual image inside of that frame. So it's almost like it's a picture frame and you're somehow able to kind of crop and move the thing around. Now, sometimes this won't completely fit in the area, or you're not able to move it the way you want to. You don't want to grab it from an edge. You want to grab it from the center and kind of nudge it around until it fits the way that you want. Now, it's possible that the image that you chose doesn't work with a really tall one like this or a landscape one. But that means you may have to choose a different image. All right, another thing. What if the picture is way too big and no matter how much I drag it around, it doesn't work? Here's how you fix that. Don't worry about all these steps. I'll help you. I'm going to say that a lot. I know I've worked with students before and it just feels overwhelming sometimes. So don't worry about it. You're going to remember like 3 out of the 4 steps, but that 4th step is the one that's going to stop you and you're going to make it feel like you just don't know what you're doing. You do. Don't worry about it. All right. So here's how you can do an automatic resizing. If you click with your black arrow, not on the circle, but right over here where the black arrow is, and it's got the little black dot next to the arrow, that selects the whole frame. Now, not on the circle, but in somewhere else around the circle, right click and do fitting and do fill frame proportional. What this will do is it'll shrink it down. Then I can click on the content gripper, the little hand, and I can drag this around until I get what I want people to see. So again, click on it with your black arrow, right click, fitting, fill frame proportional. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Looks like an alien. And that is how you'll begin placing all your photos.